Hey, we're here with my friend Jordan. Recently had his wisdom teeth removed.
I look so great for my debut.
Yeah, exactly. And you may remember a longer-haired Jordan in our Dark Heresy game.
Oh.
Yeah. And Jordan is one of the 7 assistants I've burned through this year.
He's tough but fair.
I told him to say that.
No.
Thank you.
No,
yes, exactly. Line. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the game we're playing tonight.
Well, I am here to play a game with my Tyranids against Sean's Chaos, and I am going to lose. Hopefully.
You'll never save Grandpa's farm with that attitude.
Well, new units that I've never fielded before. Incident that got my Carnifex crushed. I'm fielding a completely different variety of Carnifex.
Like literally your Carnifex.
Yeah, like literally crushed underfoot by a 7-year-old.
Nice.
And so I've had to completely remodel it. It's using different weapons. It's at half of its former point cost. And I'm using a Zoanthrope for the first time. So I'm going to find out how good those are and whether or not I really like the Carnifex anymore.
All right, great. I guess we'll find that out. And I'm just using my same list as always, minus Land Raiders, which is a
because
sort
I
of
can't kill a Land Raider.
Yeah, and I thought that wouldn't be as fun of a game
it'd be
if
hilarious. Just
you had some
gaunts all over the table.
No.
Oh,
We're gonna see how the Cahorn Berserkers just do foot slogging it. Oh, and with the new running rules,
yes,
you can. It's kind of like fleet of foot. But
yeah,
you can't shoot or assault if you do it.
Unless you have fleet of foot, then you can assault, right?
That is correct.
Okay, I have played with them. I'm just not completely familiar with the new rules. I don't actually own the book yet.
All right, great. Well, we'll be on sort of the same page, i.e., looking things up.
All right, awesome.
All right, thanks, Jordan.
If you have the book.
Wait, what was that? All right, I'll let you catch your breath. Okay, so first step is prepare the battlefield. And then, so we did that, and now we need to do select a mission. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah, go for it.
1. That's seize ground.
Oh, never done it before.
Okay, battlefield is strewn with discarded equipment, wounded comrades, supplies, and other detritus you must fight for. Okay, great. Well, let's get the. Evidently, we need die 3 plus 2. I'll go ahead and roll for that if that's okay. So we're going to need 4. Objective markers.
4 objective markers. Awesome.
Here's the board, and Jordan made these great Tyranid objective markers, which are just really outstanding. I can't even believe it. I should probably take some stills. I didn't have anything. I just pulled these old resin barrels, and although I don't know what could possibly be in a barrel that's so important, but there you go. Yeah, okay. And so that's where they're pretty much lined up along the middle, and yeah, so the object of the game is to there's at least one of your scoring units and no enemy unit within 3 inches of it, you get the objective, and then player controlling most objectives wins. And then it's a tactical draw if no one controls them. Okay, now let's do deployment. Okay, so yes, you roll a die 6, if you'd be so kind, and this determines deployment type. A 3, which is spearhead, which is table quarters. So divided into 4 quarters, players roll off, winner chooses to go first or second. Player that goes first chooses table edge and deploys. Okay. 4?
4. Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, yeah, let's re-roll then, since we tied. 2 and 3. Okay, so what's it going to be? See, I was all thinking that I would have it tied up with the 4.
Well, I want to keep it kind of competitive, so I'm going to pick this one. This quarter right here.
Okay, so you're going to pick sides, pick your quarter, and deploy first.
Okay.
Okay, great. And you deploy everything, but you have to be at least 12 inches away from the center of the table.
Well, that's...
And then opponent deploys diagonally in opposite quarter. You know, I should point out that if you choose this quarter, you'll be a lot closer to 2 of the objectives.
I know, but then I basically start out with 3 of them, and that's just not really that sporting, which is why you left the Land Raiders out. So,
all right, fair enough. That sounds good to me.
You left Land Raiders out for me. I'll pick a slightly harder position for you.
All right, great. Hey, Brigham.
What's up, Brigham?
Here we go with the game. This is our setup. You have to be 12 inches from the middle of the board, which we did by having this little counter here. We'll probably just leave that on for kicks. And so my Tyranid opponent has a lot of guys. He's got some deep strikers there. And then it's some infiltrators here. I've got deep striking Terminators up here. I don't know if you can use deep strike for this scenario, but Jordan and I agreed on it. Basically, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Cahorn Berserkers, a Defiler, and a unit of Raptors, and of course my Chaos Lord. And over here we have a load of Gaunts. What else?
We have Zoanthrope, Warriors, Spine Gaunts, Hormogaunts, Biovore, Carnifex.
Oh my gosh.
Another,
I'd love to see a Biovore in there.
More Hormogaunts, Warriors, Spine Gaunts, 2 squads of...
Rippers?
Rippers, that's the one. Broodlord with pimped out Gene Stealers, Spore Mines that I just use because I have to, and then 2 Raveners.
To make up the points?
Yes.
That's great. You have like 1,500 points.
I am like
in your army.
6 points short of what we're shooting for.
Okay, that's great. And but I had 1494 exactly too.
Oh, all right, awesome. Perfectly even game.
Right on. So, all right, and then away we go. And what I love about 5th edition is that pretty much there's not a whole lot of dice rolling. It's like if you pick your table corner, you deploy everybody all at once, then your opponent deploys everybody all at once, and then basically, and then you get first turn. So no rolling for first turn. It's just like you make that one roll, everything cascades down, it's done. No messing around with deployment, let's just play. So I really like that about 5th Ed. Alright folks, we're going to show you how to do an assault. Possibly one of the most complicated things. This one's pretty straightforward. These leaping Ormagants that have a 12-inch...
Yes, 12 inches.
Charge. Okay, great.
And they're
assault. That's fabulous. And they're going to charge these guys. So this is pretty straightforward. No weird multiple units or difficult terrain. So, step 1, there's 4 steps. And I've given them my own fun names. First to first. So, excuse me, I should say closest to closest. So you pick the closest 2 models and you move that guy. Go ahead. And if he's out of range, then the assault doesn't happen. If he dies trying to get there, like through difficult terrain tests or whatever, then you just start the assault again with the next closest guy. Okay, now you do step 2, which I call fresh meat, which means you can move the guys in any order you want now, but you have to contact a new separate opponent with each one that you move.
Yeah, well, that's really limiting.
Well, it's less limiting than you might think, because
that's
in the end, okay.
Amount. Wait,
then
hang on.
you do
oh, this guy could, but
what's called pile in, which is my own name. Basically, it means then you can move guys to contact enemies that already have one of your guys in contact with them. So go ahead and do that.
I was going to say I can only attack with 3 of them. That's
oh no,
bad.
I think everything will be able to attack each other.
He would have moved in that previous one, actually.
Right. Okay. Great.
So that was my
And
bad.
so this is now you got to remember the terms I'm using aren't in the rule book. It's just something to remember. Then you have what's called stragglers, which is what he's doing now, which is then you just move the rest of them as close as you possibly can. And any one of these that are within 2 inches of a model that is fighting gets to also fight.
Oh,
so basically,
so all of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're all going to get to fight. And there's more after this, which is defenders react.
I love that.
After all the assault moves have been made, and if there's multiple assaults, you do this step on each one. So you'd move in the various things, and then you would do defenders react.
Nope. Okay. So
and
could you have the
I
ones,
got a sigh of relief. Yeah?
Can you have the ones in the back attack first so that their targets don't die?
I'm not sure how that works. We're going to find out, though.
I'm fairly certain you just keep piling them in all the time.
They've made the new rules. It's like everybody fights, no one wusses out, everybody dies.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Okay, anyway, now we do defenders react, which is I get to move up to 6 inches in an attempt to contact the enemy, and follows the same rule as assaulting models, except they are not slowed for difficult terrain and do not take dangerous terrain tests.